Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What an awesome opportunity to come here and celebrate this morning's ceremony. Certainly grateful that you chose to join us today, and we have a lot of great things happening today. Well, my name is Ken Scarlett, and I have the privilege of serving as Chief of Police here with the City of Springfield. And again, just grateful to be here. This is really your opportunity to enjoy today's ceremony, so feel free to get up, take as many photos as you'd like throughout today's ceremony. We will have a professional photographer that'll be here at the end. We'll take some good photos, and we'll make sure that everyone has access to that. Well, today I have the opportunity to swear in 3 of our newest lateral officers, all of which bring a plethora of knowledge from previous law enforcement agencies. And additionally, I'm blessed to be able to promote 2 experienced officers and leaders within our organization to the rank of sergeant. And again, it is with camaraderie and fellowship of family members and friends and brothers and sisters in law enforcement that truly makes today's ceremony a memorable experience. And before we begin, I'd like to make a few introductions. And first, I'll begin with the Mayor of the City of Springfield, Mayor Misty Buscher. You'll have the opportunity to hear from the mayor momentarily. Next, Chief of Staff Mike Disco is in the crowd with us. I'd like to introduce my senior leadership team, and this team is very important. They basically are alongside me to ensure that the day-to-day operations are handled and that the men and women of our agency have absolutely everything they need to be successful. And I'll begin with Assistant Chief Don Mumal, Deputy Chief Josh Stunkel, Deputy Chief Sarah Pickford, Deputy Chief Andy Dodd, Commander Joe Beal, and Commander Brian Graves is somewhere in New Orleans right now enjoying life. So, well, as mentioned previously, today's ceremony is indeed special. 3 officers have chosen to continue their pursuit and their desire to serve and protect the citizens who are most vulnerable in our society by joining the ranks here at the Springfield Police Department. And these men have a proven track record, previously serving in communities in Alabama, Tennessee, and Washington, D.C. And the knowledge and experience that accompanies you all is invaluable and will be a welcome asset to our already thriving agency. Your focus now is to understand how to maximize the knowledge of police work and apply it for the betterment of our citizens here in Springfield. My promise to each of you is that our agency is committed to providing every tool necessary to help you succeed. From state-of-the-art equipment, cutting-edge technology, and experienced officers ready to pour into you in your field training program, each of you are set up for success. I'm going to go off script and talk about state-of-the-art equipment. Officer Domingo's got the opportunity to take a 5-second ride on the taser yesterday, so he now gets to carry that, so he's very excited about that, right? Well, speaking of success, it comes in many forms and oftentimes is both informal and formal leadership roles. And today we have the opportunity to recognize that hard work, development of oneself, servitude towards our citizens, and a necessary confidence to do the job is being rewarded with a formal promotion of both ID Tech Mike Fannin and Officer Ryan Binkley to the rank of sergeant. And I've had the privilege to witness the outstanding character and work ethic of both of these individuals, and I'm certain that their desire to lead and mentor our officers will lead to a successful supervisory career. So whether you're beginning your next chapter in law enforcement as a lateral officer or as a newly promoted sergeant, I would like to share some advice. And this advice comes from Admiral William McRaven. Admiral McRaven is a retired U.S. Navy veteran who in 2014 delivered a powerful speech to the graduates at the University of Texas at Austin. And he went on to write a book. And his advice was simply, make your bed. Really, the Admiral went on to mention 10 little things in life that each of us can do to change our lives and maybe even change the world. And the gentleman, that is our job as law enforcement officers and as mentors, leaving a positive mark on this world so that the next generation can thrive. Now, I suppose I must clarify that making your bed represents accomplishing a task, first thing in the morning. And one task accomplished leads to many more tasks, and by the end of the day, you've had a successful day. Next, Admiral McRaven says, we must build our support system. This world is difficult and complicated, and you cannot go at it alone. And I'm guessing that a big part of your all support system is seated in the rows behind you today. Don't ever forget to acknowledge their influence on your success. Speaking of complicated, Admiral McRaven says that failure will make you stronger. Every one of us will deal with failures in our lifetime. It is inevitable. We must learn to face failure head on and see it as a lesson in resilience. And next, he says we must rise to the occasion and never quit. In our line of work, innocent victims are expecting you all to rise to the occasion in their time of need. Be the voice of reason for those who need you most, and don't ever quit. Speaking of someone who rises to the occasion, I would like to introduce Mayor Busher to come forward and offer a few remarks.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, everyone. First of all, congratulations, Binkley and Bannon. Very happy for both of you. Absolutely. And to Wes, Cody, and Andre, thank you for joining our department. In my heart, I believe you have now joined the elite police department in the entire country. So we welcome you with open arms, and everyone behind you that is your family and friends, we welcome them as well, because they're part of our family now, like you are. So thank you for being a part of Springfield and part of our police family and our city family. As mayor, you have my undying support to have the equipment, anything you need to get your job done, mentally, physically, anything you need. The chief and his command staff have your back. You have an amazing union. Your union president's in the back. Please go to them anytime you need. They are there for you too. The support system here is amazing. And you and your family are going to need that support system one day, whether you want to or not. Something is going to happen in life or in your job that you're going to need to rely on that support system, and we want you to know that we are here for you. That goes for your family as well. It's all men today, so I'm going to say these men. We do have female cops. But these men sitting in front of me today are going to have a rough day. And they're going to need you at home to understand, support, and give them a little grace at times. So I ask that of the family, but then I ask that of your city family too. When you need grace, tell us, because we'll give you grace. Just welcome and thank you.
Thanks, Mayor, for leading the city. Thank you for your trust and confidence that you have in this police department. It means a lot to the men and women, for sure. All right, well, we're going to begin the pinning ceremony, and again, this is special. We've got a couple different things going on here, so we're going to start with our lateral officers, and again, this is your all's opportunity to take as many photos as you'd like, so feel free to move about, and if you are actually doing the physical pinning, as I call your significant other's name up, you're going to come up here right to my left and your right, and that's where the pinning will take place. So we're going to begin with Wes Alvey. Wes Alvey attended Rochester High School and the University of Illinois at Springfield. He previously served in the Army National Guard and previously spent 5 years with the Springfield Police Department before moving on to Madison City in Madison County, Alabama. Wes is from Rochester, married to his wife, Alexandria. They have 3 boys, Heath, Hugh, and Ty. And hang on now, Alex. So as you may notice, Wes's brother, Alex, is doing the pinning, and it was about, 2 years ago? Maybe not that long. 2 years ago that it was reversed? Well, now your senior brother gets to pin you, so congratulations, man. All right, next up is Cody Vanderkoy. Cody attended Mascoutah High School. He spent 3 years active duty in the United States Army, as well as an additional 4 years in the Army National Guard. He previously spent 2 years with the Memphis, Tennessee Police Department. Cody is from Mascoutah, married to his wife, Megan, and they have one son, Milo, and Megan just did the pinning. So. Next up is Andre Domingos. Andre attended Blair High School and Allegheny College of Maryland, where he achieved an associate's degree. Andre previously spent 4 years with the Metropolitan Police Department in Washington, D.C. Andre's from Maryland and married to his wife, Rachel, and she is doing the pinning today. All right, well, this time I'm going to turn around and we're going to administer the oath of office. Again, feel free to take as many photos as you'd like of this. All right, men, raise your right hand. You're going to repeat after me. To the people of the city of Springfield.
To the people of the city of Springfield,
I state your name.
I, Wesley Davenport,
Do solemnly pledge.
do solemnly pledge,
Upon my honor as a police officer.
on my honor as a police officer,
That I will faithfully execute.
that I will faithfully execute
The duties of a police officer.
the duties of police officer
Of the city of Springfield.
of the city of Springfield
To the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Pledge that my every act.
I pledge that my every act
Will exemplify honesty in thought.
that will exemplify honesty in thought,
Word and deed.
word, and deed,
Justice fairly administered.
justice fairly administered,
Moral courage to avoid evil.
moral courage to avoid evil
And its temptations.
and its temptations,
Intelligent obedience.
intelligent obedience
To the commands of my superiors.
to the commands of my superiors,
And a readiness at all times.
and a readiness at all times
To do my best.
to do my best
To protect the property.
to protect the property
And lives of our citizens.
and lives of our citizens.
It shall be my unswerving purpose.
It shall be my unswerving purpose
To be friendly but impersonal.
to be friendly and impersonal,
Courteous but firm.
courteous but firm,
Charitable to the inadvertent violator.
charitable to the inadvertent violator.
I will uphold the Constitution.
I will uphold the Constitution
And enforce the laws of the United States of America.
and enforce the laws of the United States of America,
The state of Illinois.
the state of Illinois,
And the city of Springfield.
and the city of Springfield.
Congratulations. Well, now it's time to formalize the leadership roles of two highly respected and seasoned members of our agency. And first up is Mike Fannin. Come on up, Mike. Michael Fannin attended Camp Point Central High School as well as Western Illinois University, where he achieved a degree in law enforcement and justice administration. Mike has been with the Springfield Police Department for 24 years, and he's a previous William Herndon Award winner. Mike is married to his wife, Kelly, and they have two sons, Andrew and David, and Kelly is doing the pinning right now. Next up is Ryan Binkley. Ryan attended Afton High School and McMurray College, where he achieved a bachelor's degree in physical education. Ryan has been with the Springfield Police Department for 9 years and has previously served as the neighborhood police officer, field training officer, part of the mobile field force team, the crisis response team, the recruiting team, the diversity advisory committee, and he's a previous Silver Suarez and Abraham Lincoln Award winner. Ryan is married to Barbara, and they have two daughters, Hattie and Vivian, and Barbara did a great job pinning. Well, to all the law enforcement officers in the room today, each of us who wear this uniform have made the decision to put personal feelings aside and treat every situation with the utmost moral and ethical character. The Code of Ethics represents the framework for our service for as long as one is committed to being a public servant. I would ask Assistant Chief Don Mumon to come forward and read the Code of Ethics.
Thanks, Chief. All right, guys. Good morning. I am the Assistant Chief of Police. I'm going to go over the code of ethics here. This is the code we strive by day in and day out here at the police department, and as new officers, you'll be expected to do the same. Good to go? Dig through my notes here. Okay. As a member of the Springfield Police Department, my first duty is to serve the people of the city of the Springfield of Illinois. I will safeguard lives and property, protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder. Above all else, I shall respect the constitutional rights of all people to liberty, equality, and justice. I will keep my private life unsullied as an example to all, maintaining courageous calm in the face of danger, scorn, or ridicule, develop self-restraint, and be constantly mindful of the welfare of others. I will be honest in thought. Indeed, in both my personal and official life, I will be exemplary in obeying the laws of the land and the regulations of my department. Whatever I see or hear of a confidential nature or that is confided to me in my official capacity will be kept ever secret unless revelation is necessary in the performance of my duties. I will never act officiously or permit personal feelings, prejudice, animosity, or friendships to influence my decisions. With no compromise for crime and with relentless prosecution of criminals, I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately without fear or favor, malice or ill will, never employing unnecessary force or violence, and never accepting gratuities. I recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public faith and accept it as a public trust to be held so long as I am true to the ethics of the police service. I will constantly strive to achieve these objectives and ideals, dedicating myself to my chosen profession, law enforcement. Welcome aboard.
Thanks, Moo. Appreciate that. Well, as we close out this morning's ceremony, let me conclude by offering one more piece of advice if we're going to change this world. And Admiral McRaven's final point, and in my opinion, the most crucial for a law enforcement officer is this: give people hope. Give people hope. We all enter this career field with the aspirations of being a positive influence for others. However, over the course of one's career, our hearts become hardened of the trauma that we all experience. So as you begin anew today, whether that's donning our uniform for the first time or displaying your sergeant stripes for the first time, don't ever lose sight of your morals and your character, and each day make it your mission to give people in this world the hope that they desperately need. And as part of your gift from the police department, I've included a copy of Admiral McRaven's book for you all to take a look at. And your challenge is very simple: read the book and make your bed. Ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate the great accomplishments of our new officers and sergeants here today. So we're going to do something. I'd ask all 5 of you guys to come up here, and we'll just do a receiving line. You're welcome to walk through and congratulate everyone. The mayor will lead us off, and then we will have a picture opportunity, whether you want to take it or you want to rely on our professional photographers. So whatever you want to do, I'll follow you. How's that sound?